Hey, Status D, please like and subscribe. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon. Click on subscribe. It's 100% free. Blood in, blood out. And don't forget to click on the notifications just so that you don't miss any amazing content. This is the infamous Pop the Balloon in search of true love itself. True love itself. This is an interesting one. I'm going to try and, unless it's very funny, I'm going to try and steer away from the more ghetto ones. Unless it's funny, as I said, you know what I mean? Or just they reveal something somehow. But this one's interesting because you've got an ultra professional man. You've got a selection of beautiful ladies. We're going to see what happens. But also, I just want you to know in advance, right, for this video and anything of this type, I believe in peeps being equally yoked. Right. So if you've got a ultra professional, successful person, the person that he's paired up with cannot just offer beauty. I don't care if that's female to male or male to female or whatever in between. Right. That's what I believe in. And I definitely don't believe in successful people pairing up with a dysfunctional, you know what I mean, some ghetto queen who's still kind of living out some ghetto queen dream. You know what I meant. Anyway, let's go into it.
Oh, welcome in. I'll have you hold this. What's your name?
Emeka.
Emeka?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Emeka. How old are you?
40.
40. Okay, and what do you do?
I'm Chief Product Officer at a fintech.
Oh, very nice. Okay, and now what do you look for in a woman?
Well, besides beauty, which I see plentiful here on the
Yes.
stage, I would also say an intellectually curious woman. I'm really into like an intelligent woman, someone who has other interests besides kind of the stuff that we see, you know, people being into celebrity or whatever, just something more business, something, right? So that would probably be my number 2 thing. And then God-fearing, of course, actually that would be number 1. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And now what are some of your deal breakers when it comes to someone you're dating?
I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm shy to say them because I don't want people to adapt too much. But
Okay, give us at least one.
I'll give you one. Someone with just an entitled mentality. I really can't stand like an entitlement.
Okay.
Know that if there was ever a list of things to suggest on this type of show about what you're looking for, it's the list that this gentleman here has just brought forward to us. In fact, let's listen to it one more time just quickly because it's so rare to kind of get anything of any substance. Let's have another go.
An intellectually curious woman. I'm really into like an intelligent woman, someone who has other interests besides kind of the stuff that we see, you know, people being into celebrity or whatever, just something more business, something, right? So that would probably be my number 2 thing. And then God-fearing, of course, actually that would be number 1. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And now what are some of your deal breakers when it comes to someone you're dating?
I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm shy to say them because I don't want people to adapt too much. But
Okay, give us at least one.
I'll give you one. Someone with just an entitled mentality. I really can't stand like an entitlement.
Okay.
Just before the host comes in, yeah, intellectually curious and a lack of an entitlement mentality. So intellectually, just not be basic, basically, not be too basic. Just have something which kind of you tick along. You can have an interesting kind of conversation about anything. It's going to kind of follow on to just interesting people to be around. You know what I mean? It's kind of express some interest in us as we express interest in them and in other things. And that leads on to every kind of positive quality. So that is a very good suggestion. And it's that kind of, when he moves on to entitlement kind of mentality, that's the kind of, listen, you're blessed to be in my presence kind of mentality, which you just can't stand. And it's really not a good start. And I think, to be honest, I think for a lot of people, either male or female, that entitlement mentality where you're not focused on what you're bringing to the table, you know, or putting your best foot forward, if you don't like the other terminology, I think that is what gets in the way a lot of the time. That we want somebody else that we don't know to bend and compromise to us. Or, you know what I mean? Or they just want us to compromise to them. We don't even know them. You know what I mean? Just kind of just be positive and a just nice person and good company to be around, and then you got a chance of meeting a stranger who may end up being your one. You know what I mean? So that's that. But anyway, let's hear what the host has got to say.
The fact that he's not giving too much information, okay, because he doesn't want the women to conform to what he's saying. He genuinely wants to figure out who they are. So yeah, I like that he's doing that. But let's keep going.
So we still haven't got any pop balloons. I think
Cigarette
the ladies,
smokers too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
cigarettes. Yeah.
So I think the ladies want to still know a little bit more about you. What do you like to do for fun?
For fun. So I like to play soccer, watch movies, play tennis. So I like to be pretty active, like to hike, things like that outside. And then, gosh, I can't really think of anything else besides that. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't really go out like I used to. So.
You mentioned cigarette smokers. I mean, to be honest, in the UK, cigarette smokers are very rare. But if that was suggested in the UK, I'd be thinking along the lines that really what he's saying is, yeah, can't stand cigarette smokers in itself, but also he can't stand kind of people who smoke other things other than just the cigarettes. Like, no, just get rid of that trash, basically. You know, I'm not saying everybody in that bracket is trash, but it's trash-ish. So, you know what I mean? And nobody needs that anyway. You don't want to walk into problems and think, okay, well, you just don't want to walk into problems anyway. Anyway, very good.
You know, just in the house. Read.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right, so we did get
Travel.
a pop balloon.
Travel. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everyone loves traveling. Let's go ahead and go on over to our pop balloon and see why they ended up popping.
Okay, cool.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
My name is Unique. I'm 31.
Okay, and Unique, what do you do?
I'm a beautician. I do hair and makeup.
Okay, and now,
You most clearly do not do hair. I know that sounds pretty bad. I want to rewind a little bit. Look how long this would. Hold on, before I show it, in case you missed it. At what point do things get absolutely ridiculous? At what point do things get ridiculous? Now let's look at her hair.
all right, if we can have your name and age.
My name
Her hair is bunched up at the top, right? It's bunched up at the top, and it goes past her shoulders, it goes past her waist, it goes past her knees, and it goes down to her ankles. What sense is this person going to say? She's not 60. Oh my gosh, man. Let's move on. I was going to say something. Let's move on.
is Unique. I'm 31.
Okay, and Unique, what do you do?
I'm a beautician. I do hair and makeup.
Okay, and now why did you end up popping your balloon?
He said something about smoking, and I smoke. So I'm trying to quit, but I smoke. As of right now, I'm a smoker.
Nothing to it but to do it on the quick.
But that's pretty much.
Okay, all right, so then before he said that, you did have your balloon and popped. Why did you?
Yeah, because I'm used to a certain type, and he's honestly not something I would go for, and I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. So that's why I was still waiting to pop my balloon. But
Okay.
Okay, she's used to a certain type. So the reason why I wanted to do this video, she's used to a certain type, right? And again, remember what I said at the start about being equally yoked. Somebody who looks that ridiculous, somebody who's used to a certain type, which is not like the gentleman on the left. Look, what does he represent right now? Look, what does he represent? Smart, professional, affluent, forward, progressive. She goes for the other type, right? Can we guess what type that is? Right? This man should never be with this woman anyway. This woman should be with people that she's equally yoked with. So I'm actually impressed with her decision making here. But what I'm really saying is, this man should never, and all guys, that's my suggestion, you can do what the hell you want to do. But I think if you understand my logic, say if she was gorgeous, like stunningly gorgeous, it'd still be exactly the same. Never, ever trade down to something that is dysfunctional, that's going to send your life backwards, or be that destabilizing presence on yourself. And goodness knows, say if you had kids, never. And it's the same for, newsflash, it's going to be the same for women with men. Say if she was kind of bringing everything positive to the relationship, and she goes for Ray Ray. You know what I mean? That would be a backward step, especially if she's expecting to have a long-term sustainable, positive, progressive relationship for themselves and a future child, which is not dysfunctional. Exactly the same, right? So she was in a situation, she popped her balloon. She didn't really, and I respect her honesty, but she wasn't really thinking along the lines of, you know what, I've made the same mistake, so number one, I'm going to go in a different direction. That's not what she said. And she said, no, I'm actually definitely going to stop, because I want to bag the man that's positive and progressive, you know, and high achieving man. I want to bag it. Now she popped her balloon, and she's got this kind of delusion that she's going to kind of be all right, or she's going to get there. Just statistics say no, but thank goodness, gentlemen on the left, that you made the right decision, and thank you for her, just to be honest, that she's got a level, and they got to be equally yoked. There we go.
So what's your usual type and what doesn't he kind of fit into?
My usual type? It's hard to. I'm used to the total opposite.
Okay.
Just the total opposite of him. I don't.
Again, we know your usual type, and I'm glad that you're going to stick to it because that is your level, from your own words.
Let's say too much, but I've been in long-term relationships, so I don't want to. I've been kids up into adult.
Hold on. So she's talking about he's a highly functioning man, and she said not the usual type, right? So I'm going to take that. My assumption, rightly or wrongly, is going to be the exact opposite. When she said that she's in a long-term relationship with somebody who's not the high functioning type, what type of relationship is it like to have been? And is it like? And it's if you don't know, then you don't know, right? But what type of relationship is it likely to have been? And was it a relationship at all? For me, a relationship has got to be a two-way kind of partnership where you're actually kind of together at least some of the time, and you know where you stand with each other, and it's functional and it's continuous. You see each other for a reasonable amount of days, and you see each other for a reasonable amount of time, and it's not that somebody just disappeared to the other side of the world, especially in the States, because they might date each other between states. So at best, you're going to see them once a week or once every other week or a couple of times a month or something like that. And so I'm in London, you know what I mean? People just down the road. You know, the UK's not a big place either. You know what I mean? But number one, again, I doubt if it's the opposite of this guy, what she just said, I doubt if that is any kind of substantive thing which would reach the level of an actual relationship. And also, if she's talking about somebody who's a dysfunctional male, that will barely be a relationship unless he's the exception time and time again. And if you're playing like the small odds time and time again, you get to the point where you start off saying it's very unlikely, then you get down to it just didn't happen, percentage-wise. But again, the main thing is you can't keep repeating mistakes, as I say, whether you're a man or a woman. And as a high-functioning person, please don't trade down to somebody who's dysfunctional.
So I put too much on it, but he seemed different. He's very handsome.
Definitely seem the polar opposites, that's for damn sure. And at least she was honest about it. But let's keep going.
And now, Emeka, is Unique your type?
Not necessarily. I mean, I love your hair and I love your skin tone. The overall beauty is there for sure. But, no buts, just, not necessarily my traditional type.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and keep that. Thank you. We did get a pop back here. All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Jador Styles. I'm 31.
And Jador, what do you do?
I am a marketing manager for the hottest clothing store in Arizona. Shout out Nickel City, baby. Okay, I'm also
I must admit, I do like her energy, and I've watched this through one time. The thing I wanted to say is it's not a criticism, but if she had the energy for that clothing store, if she had the energy for her own enterprise, and that's what I always think about people who are really good at sales or really love their job. I work in homelessness, so I can't really do the same. But if you really love sales, you really love your job so much, if you could put that energy into your own thing, keep that energy for your job as well, don't get me wrong, but also put that energy into something for your own endeavors and just look into things, how you can make that kind of income stream for yourself. That's my suggestion as an older man, and let's go anyway. All is good.
a certified behavioral health technician, and I model. I do a bunch of stuff, but I'll leave it there. Those are the main things that I do.
Okay, and now why did you end up popping your balloon?
I really didn't want to. I really didn't, but I'm really looking for someone who matches my fly. You know what I mean? And when you came out, you're so handsome and everything. It was just the outfit. That was really it. I was like, to know that you're gonna
matches her fly, and there's a problem with his outfit. There's no problem with his outfit, to be fair. There's no problem with his outfit. It's actually kind of a middle-class outfit. And there's nothing wrong with her outfit. I'm not really into the green, that's a personal thing. I'm not really into knee-high boots. One of my mates, he loves knee-high boots. He's actually top-end doctor. Top-end doctor. Anyway, he loves knee-high boots, so you definitely, listen, each to their own. Yeah, I think, if he's not her type, then no loss for you, kind sir. No loss for you anyway. But she's not too bad. But she's obviously it's a personal thing, isn't it? It is what it is. Let's move on.
be on this show, and then I'm gonna leave it there.
So what about his outfit are you not feeling?
It's the jacket and the fact that I don't know. It's just the way it was styled. It's just, I was just kind of like, damn, like,
I know she ain't talking. I mean, you're looking like a lemon and lime combination. What are we doing here?
you chose for this. Okay.
Just thinking past what the host just said, but yeah, and listen, she works in retail at the end of the day, right? She works in retail, and you've got a high flyer. So what I'm thinking is, you know what it's the, I don't want to use the word delusion, it's the delusion of choice. You know what I mean? So are there lots of high flyers within our community, say the black mixed race community? Is there loads? There's so many high flyers that when you see one, you can just like kind of pass it up. When you're working, when you haven't quite reached that level yourself, retail or not, when you haven't quite reached that level yourself. I mean, hopefully for her, she has. Otherwise, that's what's known as a bad move. Anyway, let's go forward.
Yeah, no.
All right. Now, Emeka, is she your type?
To some degree, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to some degree, yeah.
Okay, what makes her some
Not
degree
less
your type?
I think, the eye makeup is a little loud for me. And that's really it. And the shoes are, actually, I like the boots, but I would have put it with something different. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
So
All right, let's head on back over here. So I'm gonna now switch it on over to you. How many ladies we got left? We got quite a few left, so this is a hard part. Unfortunately, I do have to have you pop someone's balloon based off of, looks, what you're not necessarily attractive to, what doesn't really fall into your type. So let me go ahead and have you actually pop 2 of them. Let me give you 2 pick. And then once you pop those 2, I'll go ahead and follow you, and we'll get into a little bit more as to why you ended up popping theirs.
Okay. Oh, it's hard.
I know, everyone says that.
You guys make it difficult. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, and one more.
This is like awkward. Like awkward central, yeah.
Okay, you can just stay there. I'll come over here.
Okay.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Micah, and I'm 33.
And Micah, what do you do?
I'm a product marketing manager for a tech company.
Okay, nice. Now, Micah, why did you have your balloon unpopped for Emeka?
I love his style, and he's very handsome. I like a nice beard, and yeah, he just looks good, and I like his answers to the questions.
Thank you.
Now, Micah, why did we end up popping Micah's?
My type, my type I like a little bit slimmer usually. That's just where I'm at right now. So, that was kind of the,
Understandable.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now, you did pop one more back here. Let's go over here. If we can have your name and age.
I'm Brittany, I'm 28.
And Brittany, what do you do?
I'm a reservations agent for the airlines.
Okay. And why did you have your balloon unpopped for Mecca?
I think it's cute. He's well spoken, nice teeth, good skin complexion. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, Mecca, why did we end up popping Brittany's?
I don't have the best reason. I go back to that thing I said about Slim, and also prefer darker skin. And I think she has the lightest skin up here. And it's not even that you're light skin. It's just, hey, she made me choose it, so I had to choose.
That's fine. That's fair. I respect it. Okay.
All right. Thank you. And now we did get a pop
Yeah,
balloon.
we did,
Let's go
we
on
did.
over
I'm gonna get
there. All right. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Tatiana. I'm 25.
Okay. Tatiana, what do you do?
Right now, I'm a delivery driver for Amazon. I model on the side. I graphic design on the side too, and I'm also an aspiring actor. You need my reason now?
Yeah. Why'd you pop?
I feel like I'm gonna sound like such a child. You seem like you're a lot more well put together than I am right now, and you seem a little bit more precise with what you want. I don't see myself fitting into that category with you, my guy.
I like that.
feel like you could maybe loosen up a little bit. You just seem like
Yeah, I feel you.
Like you seem like you could be fun.
Yeah.
But like my fun compared to your fun.
Yeah.
How we gonna get along with that? You know what I'm saying?
You know-
I don't wanna.
I love that you said that, and I know that that's how I come off, and I come off that way a bit on purpose. But you'd be surprised at how open-minded I am and the kind of fun I have. You'd
You
be
telling me I
surprised.
regretted popping my balloon or something?
My gosh, man, my gosh. And I go back to what I said before. Listen, she just said that he comes across a little bit too kind of professional and she's a little bit too dysfunctional. That's the way I interpreted it in summary. So yeah, the Holland, fair enough, man. You're not equally yoked, and that's absolutely fine. Let's move on.
We may never know. I don't know. We'll see. Where are you from though? Because your accent is.
So I grew up in Guadalupe, Tempe area out here. But what's funny is because I was raised by a bunch of New Yorkers.
Ah, yes.
I'm a native Arizonan.
Interesting.
Everybody from the East Coast.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay, that's what I thought I heard. I wasn't sure. Okay.
All right, cool.
Alrighty.
At least she was honest about not having her life together. But at the same time, if she had a little bit more confidence and didn't rely heavily on her career, she probably could have added some sort of value to his life. Okay, I'm assuming he has his stuff together based on the intro of this video. Plus, it seems like she was kind of taking a jab at him. Okay, she was basically saying that he doesn't seem fun, so on and so forth. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section.
All right. Oh, let's go over here.
Yeah, absolutely. He should not be attempting. Oh, sorry, I went way too fast. He should not be attempting to come down to anybody's level at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So she doesn't know enough about him to know whether he's fun or not, just because he's dressed in a middle class way. You know what I mean? But anyway, brother, stay where you are. Stay on the mountain.
If we can have your name and age.
So my name is Brittany also. I'm 31.
Brittany, what do you do?
I'm a counselor.
Okay. And now why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just want to hear more about him. He looks good. I love your outfit. It's just the age. He's 40. Never talked to anybody that old. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't know. But just the age for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, Emeka, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I would say so.
Thank you.
Okay, what makes her your type?
She's petite and she's well spoken, and she has a natural hairstyle, which I prefer. And yeah.
I don't know if that's her natural hair, but we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, these hair pieces are looking more and more realistic by the day.
Now, have you ever gotten like the age thing before that?
before he comments on the age, I think she should be looking for older men. She should actively be looking for older men, and that's not because I'm older. I'm not even looking. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not in states, etc. But you need to be looking for somebody who's of a certain level, who can move your life forwards. Don't go for people. If you're in your 20s, you need to have a 20-year-old who's somehow got his life together. He's going somewhere, and it's kind of proven. And the more safer, the more accomplished that he is, the more safer that choice is. Otherwise, you are choosing to have, you're choosing to take chances when you're against their body clock, basically, which is one of the facts you need to be thinking of. Front of mind, you're against a body clock, so you need enough time to kind of get to know somebody, see where it's going, and then see, you know what I mean, and potentially have kids and all that kind of stuff before it is too late. You know what I mean? So if you're going for other people your own age, to say, your mid to early 20s or something like that, and they're going through that kind of play the field stage of life, you're going to end up being in your 30s yourself, and then against a body clock. Whereas, it's not to say it's impossible, but your window is very small. And I think the other side of the body clock is you're going to need to, more likely that you're going to need to kind of consider men who have already got kids, who don't care as much about your body clock. You know what I mean? So I think your options will definitely, you still have options, and of course there's always going to be exceptions, but I think your options will be smaller the closer you get to the body clock, and definitely the other side of the body clock. So go for older men. And also, I don't think what I'm talking about really is, think about where your life is going to head to and where you want the destination, where it's going to be. You want it to be high, you know what I mean? So don't make choices or entertain men where your destination is definitely going to be low, or the rays and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Let's say if you're going to take a chance on somebody who's upperly mobile, that you invest in, that you can believe in, and you also doing the same stuff, it's not all about expectations, then fair enough, we can roll the dice on that and just see where things go. Of course, or do whatever you want to do, but I'm just saying, don't discount an older man who, if he has already attained a lot of these things, he's financially secure, he's got this, he's got that, you know what I mean? He's very stable, and you know where you stand. I mean, that's what you should want, right?
Women tell you you're a little too old for them, or?
I mean, it's happened before, but it's only because I've approached someone without knowing how old they were, and they were 22 or something like that. But not usually, no. Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, no, he's cute, but just age. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Understood.
All right. So we do still have 3 ladies left. I'm going to go ahead and have you ask these ladies a question just to kind of help you narrow down, see who you're more matched up with.
Is it the same question to all 3? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Partner or princess?
Okay, let's start over here. And you can always ask them to elaborate. If we can have your name and age and what you do.
My name is Brenda. I'm an HR business partner at the hospitals, and I also have a business on the side. I'm a private chef.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay. Now, to answer his question, partner or princess?
I'm in between. Yes, I'm in between. I can be a princess, and I also can be a partner.
Okay. Okay.
That's good?
Yeah.
That is an awful not. Well, number one, it's not an answer. Is that a tricky question? Gotta think about it. If a woman asked a man, do you want to be a partner or a princess? What answer is she expecting from him? Right? And then it'll be so obvious about what answer he's expecting from her. But the fact that she didn't know the answer to it actually tells him 1,000 times from me. Anyway, it's really, I mean, I like what she said beforehand. You know what I mean? She's quite successful, which obviously means that she's got that positive mindset, and she's got, she's positive drive and all those kind of amazing qualities. You don't want to be with somebody who's a princess. There's no concept of that, unless she's trying to hint that it's just not a good thing. It's just never a good thing. You don't want to be with a princess. You want to be anyway. Let's go forward.
All right, your name and age and what you do.
I'm Nova. I'm 30, and I'm a licensed esthetician.
Okay. And now, partner or princess?
Both. Can you elaborate on that? Because I'm a little confused.
Yeah, sure. So, do you see yourself as more of a partner? I'm thinking about marriage now, not going on a date. In marriage, do you see yourself more as a partner with your husband or a princess of your husband?
Definitely a partner then. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. I believe marriage is teamwork, for sure.
Okay.
Good. All right, if we can have your name, age, and what you do.
My name is Australia. I'm 31, and I have my own consulting firm where I do logistics. I'm a property manager. I'm sorry, a property owner, as well as I do recruitment.
Okay.
And I'm also a partner.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Did you want to add on to that, or?
Let me just, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
I like the fact how he's really owning the room. Okay, if you take a look at the women's faces, they're definitely actively listening to what he has to say. Even some of the women that pop the balloon, you could tell that they respect what he has to say.
Second question, what is your dream for your life?
Ooh, so many things. Well, I do want to settle down. I feel like I am somebody who can bring a lot to the table. And thirdly, I'm fun. Yeah. What more do you want out of that?
Okay.
All right.
Same question.
Yes. Where I see myself in 5 years, I do have a
What's your dream for your life? I just want to make
dream
sure.
for my life.
Yes.
Okay, so dream for my life, I do want to be a business owner, which I'm already taking the steps for that. And I am also in nursing school, so I do see myself being an aesthetic nurse, and with or without a man, take care of myself financially for sure.
Okay.
And with or without a man, take care of myself financially, for sure. I mean, listen, that is what she should be internally. I mean, listen, you're on pressure on the spot and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of an expression of her mentality, with or without a man, I want to take care of myself. That's not what men want to hear, I want to be honest with you, because that is kind of echoes of other kind of toxic dialogue, I'm going to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So listen, again, you're on the spot. You gotta say something. You're feeling the pressure. You know what I mean? And maybe you just say things out of, without kind of perfect hindsight. But in terms of the decision that he needs to make in the moment to say with or without a man, it's just, I don't know. If she's trying to say, listen, I'm independent. You know what I mean? I'm not. Just trying to think of another way to say I'm not a pee taker. You know what I mean? I don't want to have unreasonable expectations on anybody. So I like to kind of work in a partnership. You know what I mean? But and everything else that she said. But anyway, the point taken, point made as well.
Your dream for your life?
Yes.
So I've spent the last 5 years building my business and traveling the world. So I am trying to get into a place where I want to settle down, have children, and continue to grow.
Okay.
All right, Emeka, I'm going to have you pop someone's balloon.
10 out of 10, by the way. 10 out of 10. Oh, and unsurprised, I think he's just popped the balloon of that problematic answer. There's two problematic answers for me. The first two about not knowing whether you're a partner or a princess. Okay. I think at best what you should do, having given a little bit more thought now, you should say you're a partner, but, obviously you still like to be kind of appreciated, and you know what I mean, and for a man to stay on his A game, you know what I mean? You're willing to do the same as well, but partner, but also just you just want to know that your man loves you, and you know what I mean. He's got fully invested in you, that type of thing. I don't know.
This one.
Okay, why did we end up popping hers?
In her dream, she only mentioned career, and she didn't mention any other aspect of her life. And as much as I value my career and careers in general and making money, there's more to life than that. And I just, so that's why I leave the question so open, is I want to hear how they envision their own dream. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so we do have two ladies left. You always step so far away.
Sorry, yeah.
All right, ladies, do we have a question for Emeka before we have him pick? Do you have one before we walk down there?
Yes.
Okay, we'll start here and then we'll go to you.
All right, Emeka. So in the questions you asked earlier, same thing. What are you looking for in a woman?
So I'm definitely looking for a partner, 100%. And I think a wise woman would understand that if she were a good partner to her husband, that the princess treatment or queen treatment or whatever it is you're looking for is going to follow, right? So I think that, I'm a divorcee. And so I'm looking for someone who's truly like a thought partner and a nurturer and all these other things. And so, so that's maybe something I'm a little bit on guard about maybe. And I just want to make sure, which obviously it's not going to happen in 30 seconds on this thing, but I just want to know where your head is kind of.
Okay.
I'm also looking, people mentioned that I didn't mention at the beginning, is I'm also looking for someone who's like open-minded and non-judgmental. And part of that is because of the fun I want to have. But the other part of that is just like, I like to explore ideas, and I don't like for too many things to be off limits, just because I'm a curious person. Yeah, intellectually curious.
Okay. I'm sorry. Divorcee. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it was him being a divorcee.
Yes. Great looking guy. Well put together. I think it's more so, have you healed from that? Yeah. And
he's a divorcee, and have you healed from that? Well, you didn't ask him any questions. You didn't ask him any questions to know. I mean, because he's okay, listen. I mean, people are entitled to what they want, but again, I don't know how many high-functioning, high-value men that she meets in her life. She must meet loads, you know what I mean, or a fair number, and if that is the case, then absolutely fair enough. But if she doesn't, then she just passed up one who is available, who's learnt from a relationship, who's interested in kind of actually tying the knot. That I don't think there's anything dysfunctional, as a man says another man anyway. I don't think there's anything at all dysfunctional about what he said. But you know what? He would have got away with one then. I don't think she's going to get through anyway. I don't think, because as I said, he was asked princess or partner. She was unsure. So I think she was going to get a balloon popped anyway. But yeah, what I'm really saying is, as a message to the ladies out there, if you go looking for the dysfunctional, if you continue to pass up on the highly functioning men for some bullshit reasons, that's absolutely fine, but just accept the outcomes. So once you passed up all the functional men and you're left with, by definition, less functional men, to where it seems like, oh, there's no good men in the world, or you're kind of drawn to people who are dysfunctional but not divorcees, you know what I mean? Then accept it. You got to accept it 100% down the line, what comes with that. You know what I mean? So I'm just talking about poor choices here. But anyway, each to their own, all is good.
me popping the balloon is, I've met a lot of divorcees, and I don't want to be in that position again.
Understood.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, listen, at 36 years old, you're bound to meet a guy that's been divorced or has kids or something along those lines. Okay, now, let's be clear. She looks good for 36. Okay, clearly she works out, or maybe she does hot yoga. Who knows? She probably has a little bit more options than the typical 36-year-old woman. But at the same time, the wall is undefeated.
Go down over here. All right, you had a question for Mecca?
Do you have children?
I do not.
Okay, do you want them?
I would like some,
How
yes.
many are we having?
Oh, sweet.
Between 2 and 4.
Okay, because I say 5, 3 to 5, so that
Oh,
works.
okay. Do you have any children?
I do not have any children.
Okay. Good.
Okay, let's just walk on up here. Let's go. Yes, ma'am. Come on up here. All right. Any final questions before we determine if this is going to be a yes for either one of you?
I do not at this time.
I do not at this time, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, we got a match. Okay, no, wait, hold on.
Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I really enjoyed this episode. I do want to give a shout out because she just seems so sweet. That lady second from the right. My man here on the left is clearly not into bigger girls, but we didn't get a chance to hear her. You know what I mean? She got popped quite early, but she looks like a little cutie to me, a little sweet. I just want to give her a quick shout out. But anyway, brilliant video. Really enjoyed it. I hope you like this Pop the Balloons. If you do, then let me know. Please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I am out.